Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Happy 2020. I hope you had a great new year. 2020 is going to be a good one, let's hope. So I decided that today, as my first video into 2020, I'm going to be doing an Instagram skull. If you guys don't follow me over on Instagram, you might not know that some of my favorite looks to do are skull looks inspired by different things. I've done a water skull, a paint splatter skull, all kinds of different skulls inspired by different topics. And I thought Instagram skull would be kind of fun to do, so we're going to attempt that today, and we're going to chat along while I'm doing it. I had you guys ask me some questions over on Instagram, so we have some things to talk about throughout the video. So if you guys want to see how I went from this to this, go ahead and just keep watching because we're about to get into it. So I'm starting off this look with my brows already filled in. I just used the ABH Brow Wiz in the shade Taupe. And I think I'm going to start off with this section first to get it out of the way. I'm just starting off with this yellow eyeliner and sketching out where I want my skull to be. I always like to use a light colored eyeliner to just kind of map things out and give me an idea of where things are going. Makes the look process a little bit easier. I'm using the Huda Beauty Faux Filter Foundation in the shade Shortbread to even out my skin tone. This foundation is super full coverage, and I'm using this on the Anastasia A30 brush. This is the only foundation brush I like to use for foundation. Usually I'm a sponge person, but this is the only brush that actually applies my foundation in a really natural, blended out way. Now for the rest of this video, I'm not really going to share what I'm using, but I will have everything listed down below. But I just kind of want to chat with you guys a little bit in this video. I know I like watching chatting videos when I'm getting ready, so I thought why not try and create one. So I hope you guys all had a good new year. Let me know if you did anything fun. My boyfriend was sick and I wasn't feeling too hot either, so we just stayed in and watched the ball drop like old people. Let me know if you guys have anything that, not necessarily a resolution, but anything you're trying to do this year differently than last year, anything you want to achieve. I'm really trying to be more organized this year. I've started keeping a planner, and it's actually been really enjoyable for me. I feel like I have my life in order a little bit more when I plan things out instead of having random notes in my phone of things that I need to get done. Let me go and look at the questions that I have. So the first question I have is, what's your creative process from initial idea to final shot? So I used to be the type of person where I could think of a look and just sit down and do it on my face. And I don't know where that person went because I am definitely not that way anymore. I recently purchased an iPad Pro, I think it is, and I downloaded Procreate on there, and that's what I used to kind of create face charts of all my looks. I created a face chart for today's look over the weekend. So my first thing is thinking of an idea, and I find ideas either from just being inspired out and about. I think of ideas just randomly watching TV. I have a notes folder that's constantly flowing with up-and-coming look ideas that I could mess around with and perhaps play with. And then when I pick an idea that I like, I create a face chart usually. Sometimes I'll just go for it if I kind of know what the look is going to be. And then I sit down and I do the look. But I feel like face charting has really made my process a lot more efficient because instead of me wiping off attempts, I can plan out the attempt once on my Procreate app on my iPad and then just attempt it one time and be pretty good with it. Gotta refer back to my face chart now for where we're going next in this look. So do you guys have any shows you're currently watching? My boyfriend and I just finished You on Netflix. It was so good. I know a lot of people thought it was slow or maybe didn't love it. I thought it was really good, and I'm so excited for the next season already, even though it's probably going to take like another year to come out. What do you guys do when you do your makeup? Do you sit in the silence? Do you listen to music? Do you watch shows? I feel like everyone has their routine of something that they do while they do their makeup. I hope you're not just sitting in silence, because I would feel really sad, but maybe some people enjoy that. So someone else asked for some tips on progressing in the makeup industry or beauty community, and this actually sparked an idea for me to start a Twitter thread. So if you guys are interested, if you guys are on Twitter, I'll have that link down below. If you guys want to go check that out and read it, if you're someone who wants to start out a makeup account, you're interested in it and just want to learn a little more. I also want to start doing some videos about it. I used to do some like that in the past. I'll link link which ones I do have up on my channel already down below as well if you guys are interested. But there are so many tips. Like, there's just so many different topics to talk about, and I would love to just have a series where I sit down and break it all down. I don't know, I have some sort of knowledge, so I'm willing to share what I know. So if there's any certain topics you guys would like discussed, no matter what it is to do with behind the scenes, even if you're not wanting to be in it, or maybe you're just curious about the behind the scenes. I love talking about this stuff because it's something I'm a part of and I love to do. So if you guys are curious about anything, let me know down below and I can definitely do a video about it. I'm gonna go ahead and apply these Jamie lashes by Karity and be right back. Alright, so I've got my lashes on. So another question I got is, how many pets do you have and do you want more? So currently I have 6 pets. I have 1 dog. She's a boxer named Susie, and I have 5 cats. They're all rescues except for 1, and yeah, we're a big rescue family here. We love to adopt, don't shop. There's only so much room and care that you can give to a certain number of animals, so we don't want to overdo it. I always want more, but you know, there's only so much room. I love animals so much. I think that they're better than humans in most cases. So you guys are hopefully watching this video on Sunday, which has kind of become my posting day here on YouTube. I don't want to fully commit to any day because I feel like once I commit to a day, I'm gonna feel super, I don't know, I don't like to set too much of a schedule for myself in terms of YouTube, or I feel like I'll become too uninspired when I'm on like a timeline to create. I'd rather create when I'm feeling inspired. I hate when my eyes get watery when I'm wearing lashes. It's gonna ruin the whole look. I can feel it. And now we can finally move on to the fun part, the skull. This is the water activated paint Bright Yellow from Moon Creation. They are some of my favorite face paints to use. I love using water activated paints because they are so easy to remove when you're done. I really referenced the Instagram logo for my color scheme for this look. So now I'm trying to start adding some depth to the skull with the same shadows we used on the eyes. So what do you guys think about the whole TikTok trend? I feel like this app is like blowing up and I feel so old on it. I still try to post on it to like keep up and, you know, try out the new social media that is becoming the thing. I don't know, but I think it's fun sometimes, you know, and it's a good quick way to show tutorials of my looks without doing like a full-on tutorial. Someone else asked, what are your favorite crease brushes? I love the Morphe M514. This little fluffy one is so easy to blend shadows with, and the Morphe M506, which is a little bit smaller. You can see these are 2 of my absolute favorites. They're Morphe brushes. This one's a little smaller, so these are definitely 2 of my favorites. Also love the Real Techniques crease brush, but I love Real Techniques and Morphe. Those are probably the ones that I have the most of and that I just gravitate towards the most. I also do have a Morphe code. I will have it up on the screen right now. It works on Morphe products like brushes or palettes. So if you have anything that you're interested in buying, I'm gonna draw some Instagram logo type things as my teeth for the skull. I'm hoping that they turn out okay, but I'm gonna have to get really close up to a mirror, so I don't know how well you're gonna be able to see it, but I got my first Instagram skull tooth done. It's gonna take some time, but I'm gonna add a few more along here. I think I'm gonna go and do this really painstakingly in the mirror and we will see how it goes. Okay, so we are back. I have my Instagram logo things very carefully drawn in as the teeth of the skull. The next question I have is, what's your biggest tip for beginners to get into makeup? What's your favorite drugstore makeup product or cheaper product? I really love drugstore foundations. Wet n Wild actually makes some of my favorite ones. They have a stick foundation and a cushion foundation. I never thought I would love a cushion foundation, but I swear it's one of the best that I've tried. Also, drugstore mascaras are good. NYX Cosmetics is a really great drugstore affordable brand that I love. Morphe is pretty affordable. Some other stuff can be a little bit on the high, but they are still pretty affordable. You kind of just have to play around and see what you like. I got a question that says, how do you stay consistent with your content audience life, etc. I'd love to know some tricks you recommend trying to motivate other artists. Well, how I stay consistent is I try really hard to stay organized, but when I was in school, it was a lot more about planning around my school time and my home time for homework and makeup content. So it's a lot of just knowing your schedule and when you can fit in makeup and times when I have to focus on other things that are not makeup related. You know your schedule better than anyone else. Definitely try to stay organized, plan it out ahead of time maybe if you have to, if you're someone who has a really busy schedule but you want to try to start doing makeup content. I know when I'm feeling a bit unmotivated, I like to go to the craft store and just walk around, look at different gems, different props, flowers, different things that they have can sometimes spark an idea in your head of a look to do. If this look does good, I would love to do a Twitter version, a TikTok version, a YouTube version of this Instagram skull thing. I think it could be really fun. So, you know, Instagram can be really frustrating, but I still really appreciate the platform for being a place for me to display my art, and it's where I started, so gotta have some level of respect for it, I suppose. So in here, as you can see, I just added some little icons like the heart icon and the follow icon just to add a little bit more hint to the fact that this is an Instagram skull, even though maybe the logos would give it away. Look, people ask me all the time what my favorite look is, and I don't think I have a favorite one. I don't think I can really pick. There's a lot of looks that I like as well as a lot of looks that I really don't like and I wish I could redo. My most recent favorite one was probably this one, my light bulbs under the skin look that I did for the holiday time. You guys recreated that one a lot, which I love to see recreations. Always tag me in your recreations. It makes me so happy. So another question I got is, how long did you go to beauty school / college? If you did, how long? So I did not go to beauty school. I am self-taught through YouTube. So no beauty school, but I did go to college. I just graduated in December with my bachelor's in graphic design. And now I am just doing the Instagram thing and seeing where that takes me. Someone asked, what are your tips you suggest to get started on a YouTube channel for beauty? I would love tips myself because I feel like if you're not reviewing products, it's really hard to get attention. Really out there crazy videos where people are spending thousands and thousands of dollars, which not everyone can do. People just don't want basic tutorials anymore lately, which doesn't mean you shouldn't do them. I still do them even though they don't get the views like they used to, but ultimately I would say just post the content that you're happy with and a following will follow. My growth has been really small on YouTube. YouTube is probably the hardest platform for me personally to grow on. I don't know about anyone else. I'm confident in the fact that if I just keep posting what I like and communicating with you guys and cross-promoting on my other social medias, that eventually it could be a really cool thing. And if not, I'm cool with having a smaller audience. That is totally fine with me. Another question I got is, how do you feel about being a beauty influencer in Michigan? It's a little odd because not anyone here is big into makeup. Like, people wear it and stuff and people are interested in it, but it's not as big as, say, like the big cities like LA or New York, Chicago, places like that. There's more opportunity in those places. In Michigan, not as much. I mean, I don't have a lot of people to connect with. There are some other influencers near me that I have connected with in the past, but it's really not huge here. So I don't have a ton of makeup people near me, which is super upsetting. A lot of my friends I connect with over the internet. Thankfully for social media, it allows me to connect with people that are a lot more similar to me, which makes me feel a lot more connected and kind of create that community aspect that I wish I had here in Michigan. I'm sitting here for hours painstakingly doing this look. We're just gonna move on and get this part done, and I'll come back and finish the nose with you guys. Okay, so this is what I ended up doing with the neck portion. I just added in this little like spine thing here. We're just gonna draw a little square like that. Some red in the center and then draw the little plus sign. You guys, so this is the final look. I am so excited with how this turned out. It's pretty much exactly how I planned it out in my face chart. This is why I'm saying face charts are so important. You guys, please do them if you're planning out looks. I promise they will come out a million times better than you think. I feel like this video is going to be kind of long because I was talking so much. I see now why people do get ready with me's with simple makeup instead of makeup like this, because it can take a long time. I've been sitting here for like 5 hours now. Don't forget to like and subscribe the video so I know you want more content like this. I think that's all I have today. Thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I will see you in the next one. Bye guys.